The Metamorphosis is one of the most unsettling and unforgettable works of modern literature. Written by Franz Kafka, it tells a simple story with a disturbing twist, a story that explores alienation, family duty, identity, and what it truly means to be human. The story begins abruptly, without warning or explanation. One morning, Gregor Samsa, a traveling salesman, wakes up in his bed to discover that he is transformed into a gigantic insect. His body is hard, segmented, and covered with a shell. He has many legs, struggles to move, and cannot speak properly anymore. And yet, Gregor's first concern is not fear or shock. His first worry is that he is late for work. Gregor is the sole provider for his family, his parents, and his younger sister. He hates his job, but he endures it out of responsibility. His life has been reduced to endless travel, exhaustion, and submission to an uncaring employer. Even after his transformation, his sense of duty remains stronger than his instinct for survival. As Gregor struggles to get out of bed, his family and his boss grow impatient outside his locked door. When the door finally opens and they see him, horror fills the room. His manager flees in terror. His mother faints. His father reacts with anger and violence, driving Gregor back into his room. From that moment on, Gregor becomes a prisoner in his own home. Confined to his bedroom, he slowly adapts to his new body. He learns to crawl on walls and ceilings. Rotten food becomes appealing. Yet mentally, he remains human, sensitive, thoughtful, and deeply aware of his family's reactions. At first, Greet takes responsibility for caring for him. She brings him food, cleans his room, and protects him from being seen. Gregor feels grateful and emotionally connected to her. She represents the last thread of human warmth in his life. But the family's financial reality soon changes everything. With Gregor unable to work, his parents and sister must find jobs. His father, once weak and dependent, regains authority. His mother becomes exhausted. Greet matures quickly, burdened by responsibility and resentment. Slowly, Gregor transforms from a loved son into a problem. The family begins using Gregor's room as storage. His furniture is removed, stripping away his last connection to his former life. Gregor clings emotionally to a picture on the wall, a symbol of his lost humanity, but even that is threatened. One evening, Greet plays the violin for lodgers who now live in the house to support the family financially. Drawn by the music, Gregor crawls out of his room, longing for beauty, connection, and meaning. Instead of understanding, the lodgers are disgusted. The family is humiliated. This moment changes everything. Greet finally speaks what the others have been thinking. Gregor is no longer her brother. He is a burden. He must be gotten rid of. For Gregor, this realization is devastating. He retreats to his room, weakened by injury, starvation, and emotional abandonment. No one feeds him anymore. No one speaks to him. His existence has become invisible. One night, Gregor dies quietly. There is no dramatic moment, no apology, no final act of love. When his body is discovered, the family feels relief. They clean the room, open the windows, step outside together. They talk about the future, about moving to a smaller apartment, about Greet's youth, about fresh beginnings. Gregor is already forgotten, and that is the true horror of the Metamorphosis. Kafka's story is not really about a man turning into an insect. It is about how society, and even family, treats those who no longer serve a purpose. Gregor was valued only as long as he could work. When he became weak, dependent, and different, love vanished. The novel explores isolation in a modern world where identity is tied to productivity. Gregor's transformation makes visible what was always true. He was already dehumanized, long before he grew insect legs. The Metamorphosis forces readers to ask uncomfortable questions. What makes someone human? Is love conditional? What happens to those who can no longer contribute? Kafka offers no comfort, no explanation, and no escape. The story ends not with justice, but with quiet erasure, a reflection of the cold logic of modern life. That is why the Metamorphosis still speaks so powerfully today.